So one sign that you have a fried dopamine system is that you cannot watch this video till the end. This is going to be a 5-6 minute video. And here's the thing, chances are you're probably already looking at the recommendation videos on the side. And you're probably already trying to check the comments. I truly believe this video is going to change your life. So remove your hand from the mouse, click full screen, and just sit back and relax. So let's talk about dopamine. I just had a 6-hour flight and I raw dogged it. What do I mean by raw dog it? I didn't have anything. No phone, no food, no music, and no TV. I was just looking at the flight map the entire time. And the 2 hours preceding that flight, I did that exact same thing. So a total of 8-9 hours of zero stimulation. And this is exactly what it did to me. It completely reset my dopamine system. And I think you need that sometimes because we have our phones, we have constant stimulation around the clock and things that just, instant access to information that we've never had before, which is ruining our ability to focus and concentrate. Just look at your phone over you. You have Instagram, you have Snapchat, YouTube, TikTok, all of these apps that are just taking your time and taking your attention. I'm not here to say that you should completely go monk mode and forget everything and, delete all these apps. You don't have to delete them. I do believe that some level of consuming media is useful, and especially if you consume the right educational content. But you just have to choose your media intentionally and not let it consume you. So I'm not your mom to tell you how to live your life, but I am going to tell you what has helped me in the past and still helps me to this day. Let's start off. First thing in the morning and last thing at night, I don't use my phone. I keep my phone off. I turn my phone on airplane mode and I don't switch it off airplane mode until at least 2 hours after I wake up the next day. Because here's the thing, your dopamine system is super sensitive first hour in the morning and last hour before you go to sleep. So if you're hyper-stimulating yourself first thing in the morning and last thing at night, this is gonna damage your dopamine system. So what your dopamine system does is it creates baselines and thresholds. And it compares the activity you are going to do to the activity you last did so that it can see if the activity you have to do is worth pursuing. Let's say I sat and stared at the wall for 10 minutes. Now, if I pick up a book and I want to read the book, it's going to be so entertaining because the last thing I did was so boring. If I take my phone and just scroll TikTok for 30 minutes, here's what's going to happen. When I have to pick up and read the book, I'm just going to be so bored out of my mind because the last thing I did was so enjoyable and this is not. If you have a carrot on the table or a piece of chocolate, you're always going to reach for the piece of chocolate. That's how the brain works. So instead, you want to create a system in your life that allows you to regulate your dopamine system and have these breaks so you can properly focus and be productive. So you always want to reset your dopamine system, and these are a few ways you can. Way number one, and this is the toughest way, which is to go on a dopamine detox, like raw dogging a flight or just spending hours and hours in your room alone, just no stimulation, nothing, by yourself. This could be going on vacation without your phone, going somewhere without your phone for hours and hours on end. So just distancing yourself from technology and social media and your phone for some time throughout the day is definitely so important because we have our phones all the time. So when I go to the gym, I don't take my phone with me. I keep it in the locker room. To me, it's like that 1 hour in the gym is just a time where I can just distance myself and just refocus and recenter my energies in my life. And the last thing I want to do is just have those notifications pop up and disturb my focus throughout my gym workout, my session. It's like things like that. You go to have dinner, don't take your phone with you. Before you go to sleep, put your phone on airplane mode. When you're working, when you're sitting at your desk, you don't want your phone around you. You want your phone on do not disturb or airplane mode or something like that. This is something that nobody tells you. I do believe that your success, your progress, whatever progress you make in whatever area is 100% reliant on your dopamine system to be functioning. If your dopamine system is completely overstimulated all the time, it's just going to make it so much harder to do the hard tasks that are actually good for you. Reading a book is going to be so difficult. Journaling is just going to be so difficult and so tiring, it's just going to drain so much energy from you. But it is when you have a well-regulated dopamine system where you can actually read a book and enjoy it. You can actually look forward to journaling, to exercising, to studying, to doing the productive things. Start reading the right books like Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. The first time I read this book was 4 years ago, and I'm reading it for a second time, and I think it's just amazing. A book like this, Essentialism by Greg McKeown, and a book I'm currently reading, The 4-Hour Workweek by Timothy Ferriss. I truly believe among all the habits you can do, reading books will change your life. If you read the right books from the right people, your life, it will just shape your future. I have been reading for the past 4 years and I highly recommend it to anyone. So I will make another video about book recommendations in the future. But nevertheless, journaling is another habit that's gonna just regulate your dopamine system, allow you to process your thoughts and just gain focus on your life. And here's the thing, you can journal about anything. You can journal your to-do list for today. You can journal the things you want to achieve in 5 years and 10 years. You can journal your thoughts, your day-to-day thoughts. It just doesn't have to be anything specific. It just has to be something that you can enjoy. So if you've watched this far, I want to congratulate you. Your dopamine system is excellent.